Hello, I'm LaVita Weaver. Welcome back to VIP in the DMV. I am truly excited about this episode. I have a special guest. She's adding value to our community, walking in her true identity by being authentic, and walking in her purpose by making a difference in the lives of others. Help me welcome Chanel Dickerson. Woohoo on the program.
Thank you so much, LaVita, for having me.
And Chanel, thank you so much. You are now in the director of the Office of Community Relations of Prince George's County, Maryland. Congratulations on your new position. And I'm so excited to have you here because it's like you've done so much for our community. Before Prince George's, you were a police officer for 30 years?
Yes, I worked for the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C. for a little over 30 years.
Over 30 years?
Yes.
And I was talking to you earlier, and I'm like, you look so youthful, you look so young to have spent that type of time on the police department. And what was that like?
Stressful, but rewarding.
Okay.
There were challenging times in policing, but I knew that I was living out God's purpose for my life when I joined the police department at the age of 17.
17?
Yes, as a police cadet.
Wow.
I grew up in a Ward 8 Southeast DC community, and the police cadet program was my fair shot.
What does that mean, Ward 8? I'm not familiar with that.
Well, DC have 8 different wards
Okay.
In the city, and I lived east of the Anacostia River that borders Prince George's County.
Okay. And so what made you decide to become a police officer to want to help others and serve the community?
Well, it started pretty early for me. I was actually born in Danville, Virginia. At the age of 9 years old, I saw a police officer in my community. He was the only black police officer on the force at that time.
Okay.
And I decided at 9 years old that I wanted to be a police officer. And when I was 13, my mom moved to DC. My parents got divorced and my mom moved to DC. And when I was in high school at Eastern Senior High School in DC, police recruiters came to an assembly.
Wow.
And they offered the opportunity of the police cadet program.
That's amazing. A 9-year-old.
Yeah.
You knew exactly what you wanted to do to serve the community, and you held on to that dream?
Yes.
How were you able to hold on to it?
Just wanting to give back. I saw the police officer interact with the children in the community. He asked about our day and our homework, and I knew I wanted to do that for my community.
That's awesome, awesome. Yeah. So with that in mind, in your new position, you are the Director of Community Relations of Prince George's County, Maryland. So how does that experience as a police officer help you in this new role?
Well, I have to say I'm so grateful for our county executive, Aisha Brayboy,
okay.
For appointing me to that position, appointing a former law enforcement official to lead community relations in Prince George's County. It was brilliant because public safety is the #1 concern of residents. So you have a director that's engaging the community from the lens of public safety, because I look at everything of how I can ensure that the community is safe, and the programming and initiatives that we offer to Prince George's County residents is aligned with safety.
And with that in mind, what type of initiatives do you see in the near future for the county?
Financial crimes initiatives,
okay.
Domestic violence, missing persons, because that is a topic of concern in Prince George's County, human trafficking. I want to focus on a lot of youth initiatives because our young people are not only our future, they are our now, and we have to invest in them in order to ensure that they become productive adults.
I love what you said. Our young people are not our future. We would always hear that for decades, but they are our now. Explain what that means. They are our now.
Well, when you think about the brilliance and the intellect of our young people, they just need someone behind them to give them encouragement, because even in STEM and different things that we want young people to go into, whether it's the military or join public safety, whether it's the police department or fire department, they will take us to the next level. we should not put them on a back burner or tell them these are how things used to be, right? Because we can say that a lot. We can talk about, oh, you need to in 20 years ago, I did things this way, instead of embracing where we are now. The evolution of technology has taken this country, this world, to a whole different level, and our young people get that. They can teach us right now of how we can do things better.
What do you think some of the challenges are that we're facing right now in the county as far as our youth are concerned? Are there any specific challenges you want to address immediately in your role?
With truancy, there is a concern that young people are not going to school, and what we know that without an education, they cannot become productive adults. And so that's one of the county executive's priorities. And so I work directly out of her office. So her priority is the Office of Community Relations priority. But I think this is important to just focus on young people and see what the needs are, right? Because we could look at the reason why a young person is not going to school. It may be some issues in the home. That's keeping them from going to school. It may be that some of them are afraid of some immigration issues, the reason why they're not going to school. And we need to make sure that we connect them to the appropriate resources.
That's awesome. And how do you think, is there anything in your past, like as a police officer, that specifically will help with some of those initiatives here in Prince George's County?
A lot. I've done so many things at DC Police Department. I was known as the juvenile justice expert for the police department. I led the Youth and Family Services Division while I was there, and we investigated child abuse and neglect. We did youth programming, human trafficking. And so what I saw in that role, the need to really connect families, the holistic approach, and connect them to wraparound services. What I found easily there, that we could not just focus on a youth program without addressing the issues at home.
Family, right?
Yes.
So it's all about the family.
Yes.
So even if we have like initiatives for the youth, so we also have to address issues at home.
Yes.
So how do you do that? How do you combine the two initiatives?
Well, we have to have programs where we invite the parents or the guardians to come in to the program. Because when you think about financial literacy, we had programs, and we will have programs in the county that focus on financial literacy for young people, but we have to ensure their parents have financial literacy as well. Because what happens is you can bring a child out of the home and you can give them experience and skills, but if they go back into their environment and the environment doesn't have those same skills, what happened to the young person? They probably revert back to what they know.
I find your story absolutely amazing. And we were talking earlier, and we were so excited because you just never know where you'll meet somebody again, right? Because we just discovered earlier when we were talking that I met you initially at Dr. Vereen Barton's. She had a Women in Leadership conference, and you were there. How was that for you, going to a leadership conference for law enforcement officers such as yourself?
It was pretty remarkable. Dr. Barton and I had spoken at a Women in Law Enforcement conference in Nashville. We spoke at that conference 2 times before that. And so when I saw that she had started her own academy and investing in women in law enforcement and encouraging women to become leaders in the profession, because when you look at law enforcement, only 3% of women in law enforcement are in leadership. And the national average of women in law enforcement is around 11 or 12%. So I wanted to support her in the endeavor, and I wanted to give back. And that's what I'm doing now in this role, is giving back to the community. It's more than just a job for me. It's my purpose. I am supposed to be here. I am a Prince Georgian. I've lived here for decades. I bought my first home in Prince George's County. So I committed post-retirement from the police department that I was going to give back to my community, and that's what I did when I retired 3 years ago.
That is awesome. We thank you for that as well. And with that in mind, I know you work a lot with the community. I see you out there as well. You work with the sheriff department. What are some of the other departments you work with as well?
Social services. The fire department, obviously the police department, nonprofit organizations like Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes.
Jarrell Jordan.
Yes,
Yes,
Jarrell
yes.
Jordan. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Awesome.
What the goal is for 2026 for the Office of Community Relations is intentionality and accountability.
Say that
And
one more time.
Intentionality.
Intentionality.
Yes.
Accountability.
And accountability.
Y'all better write that down. Write that down.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Because
Uh-huh.
I want the audience to hold me to that.
Wow.
And what intentionality mean is what I've learned is that communities have different needs. And what we want to do at the Office of Community Relations is ensure we meet people where they are. We have a diverse population in the county, and we need to make sure that everyone feel valued, respected, and have an opportunity to thrive.
I love that. I saw that out on one of your bios, and that's what they said. That's one of your goals is to help people feel valued, respected, and to thrive.
Yes.
And that's why I wanted to have you on the program as well, because it's all about adding value to the community. And we talked about identity as well. Why is it important for people to know not just their value, but their worth and identity? Those go hand in hand, wouldn't you say?
They do. They do. Because oftentimes, social media, especially now, we get to see people and they portray a life as a certain way. But what we forget often is that the life you see that's portrayed is not the life that's lived.
Wow.
And we have to really accept that we all go through some type of struggle.
Don't we?
And so if you want to be or do what someone else are doing or have done, you have to be willing to travel that road. And I just want people to remember that and not have the negative comparison, because it's so easy to do.
Yes.
Because I know I showed up at the police department a lot, and people didn't understand or didn't recognize the struggle behind my eyes.
When you say the struggle behind your eyes, can you elaborate on that struggle? Like, what was that struggle?
The secondary trauma. Police officers see the worst of the worst.
Wow.
And you are expected to endure it and then go home and then embrace your family like the things that you saw during your shift did not exist. And so that's the other reason why I'm in community relations here, because it really goes hand in hand.
Yes.
The police are a part of the community.
That's
Exactly.
awesome you said that. The
Yes.
police are a part of the community, but a lot of times community residents would feel like they're separate from the police. Because I know I just recently graduated from the Citizens Police Academy, and I feel like every single resident needs to be a part of the Citizens Police Academy. Although I'm a former police officer, but that was decades ago, but the Citizens Police Academy, it shows you policing today and how it's important for us to bridge the gap between the police and between the community, because we can only have safe communities when we work together.
Absolutely.
How can we work together better?
It's everyone's responsibility, and the police department, have to build trust in the community. They have to go out to community forums, and you have to be transparent and have open communication.
Yes.
Because there is a mistrust or distrust, it depends on your experience, of government. And as a law enforcement agency,
That's good.
it is their responsibility to bridge that gap.
But can we be real and honest for a moment?
Yes.
I'm gonna put down this paper.
Yeah.
Talking about police.
Yeah.
My brother, he's no longer with us, God bless his heart, but he was a Prince George's County police officer, and he retired. He was on the EST, Emergency Services team, and also he was an academy instructor. And so people like Jarrell Jordan, who are now helping youth at Jacob's Ladder. I know so many wonderful police officers doing amazing things in our community, but the reality is the media only portray the bad apples, which give all police officers a bad name. What can we do about that? Let's be realistic.
Well, I think that people have to think about their own profession.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's good.
I think that everyone in their own profession can identify a person or a small group of people that should not be in the profession.
Okay.
Policing is no different.
Okay.
What we have to do is we have to get rid of the bad apples, because a bad apple does spoil the bunch. But I just ask people to think about their interaction, the positive interaction, because there are more positive interactions with police officers, but we don't hear about those stories.
We don't.
And police officers are not doing those jobs for any type of gain or reward.
Or recognition.
Exactly.
Right. It's from
And
the
so-
heart, like yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
but that's why you don't hear about those stories.
Oh.
Because I knew an officer that gave a grandmother who now had custody of her grandkids. He gave her one of his wife's car. She got a new car, and so he gave the grandmother who did not have transportation, his wife old car, and so that didn't make any news story.
No, it didn't.
Because he didn't want anyone to know about it. I found out as his supervisor from another officer. I didn't even find out from him. So there are many stories that are like that. We follow young people, meaning the group of officers that I led at Youth and Family Services Division to college. Because what we know that a young person may get a full ride to college, but it's so many other expenses that they have to incur.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times they drop out.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't have the funding, they don't have the money.
So that's why it's important for people like yourself and Aisha Brave Board to have these initiatives to steer our youth in the right direction where they can have other opportunities as well, correct?
Absolutely.
Because there's other opportunities as well for the young people, wouldn't you say?
Yes, there are opportunities. Even with small businesses. Like we are going to have an initiative where we're promoting entrepreneurship for young people. Like young people have some really creative ideas of how they can advance their government. We just have to tap into them.
That's amazing.
So it's not talking to them, it's talking with them.
You guys got me excited, right, about being part of the community as well. So we talked about, I mean, you're being a former police officer, so much work you're planning on doing in our community, but also I saw you on Facebook and you like to stay fit, right? So tell me why it's important for you to take care of your physical well-being as well. We talked about that a little bit, but share some more insight about that.
Well, my physical well-being helps my mental well-being. And I started many years on the police department, and I'm just like everyone else. You struggle with staying committed.
Okay.
And I struggle with my weight, and it's not about my physical appearance.
Right.
It's about my mental health.
That's
because
excellent.
You deal with so many stressors in life, and you have to find a way to combat that. And physical fitness has done that for me. The dedication, the discipline, the commitment, those are leadership skills. So if people see me that I'm committed to myself and my well-being, can you imagine how I'll show up for the community when I'm healthy and whole?
That's beautiful. See, a lot of times, particularly women, I don't know about guys, but particularly women, sometimes we think that physical fitness is just about your look and your body. But particularly, like you said, when we're dealing with stressors in life, and as we get older, because I can be real with you, when I was younger, you know, on TV and jumping around doing aerobics, it was about looking good.
Yes.
But now that I'm over 60, it is about the way I feel.
Yes.
And movement helps your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. It helps every area of your life. I agree with you with that as well.
It does. Because mobility is important, especially as we get older. So.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay.
We know about that, right?
I know about that.
Yes.
I mean, you may feel stiff sometimes. And a lot of times people feel stiff and they stop moving because they feel stiff.
Yeah.
But actually, you need to do the opposite. Sometimes you need to get up and move, especially those of us that have a job where you sit at a desk, desk jobs. So you got to get up, move. We have our stretch bands, but before these stretch bands, I almost forgot about the V.I.P telephone. So with everything you have gone through, everything you have experienced and seen, if you had to give words of wisdom to your younger self, what would that sound like? Pick up that phone and talk to the younger Chanel.
Hello. Younger Chanel, this is your 54-year-old older Chanel. I just want to let you know that you are more than enough, and there's no such thing as perfectionism. Perfection does not exist. You're going to be the first female 3-star assistant chief of police for the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C. Your authentic self is going to gain you national recognition. You're going to be loved and valued and treasured by the community that you serve. You're going to meet people where they are. And remember what your mother always told you. You're not better than anyone else, and there's no one better than you. I love you.
Wow. Whew. That's touched my heart. That's a powerful, powerful
I know you got my heart.
talk. I know it's
here.
touching my heart. I don't feel like doing any bands right now, because one of the reasons why, God placed in my heart to share this program, Value, Identity, and Purpose, is based on everything you said in that conversation. That everybody needs to know you are valuable.
Yeah.
You have a unique identity. You don't have to compete with anyone, compare with anyone. And God have a specific purpose just for you. Yeah. And I'm just so thankful that I met you. Yeah. It was over a year ago. Yeah. And I didn't even realize until today that we sat at the same table together.
Yes.
Look at God, the same table together. Yes. And then you will be on this show today with that very testimony and story of what your mother shared with you. Yes. And I love what you said. You're not better than anyone, but nobody is better than you. That is truly a blessing. Woo. Okay, let's do it.
All right,
okay,
all right. We're going to do it.
All right.
We're gonna do it.
So with that in mind, so it's very important, especially, I don't know if you sit at a desk, but a lot of people do sit at desks at work as well. And it's very important to just move. And even these stretch bands, you can drop in your purse, you can put it in your pocket, you can carry it with you. So with a simple stretch band, there is no excuse not to get moving. Yeah. So what are we going to do today? You have a suggestion? Because you really messed me up with that phone conversation. I'm still stuck there, right?
I know.
There.
I think I'm going to work on like my shoulders, and you can do some triceps.
Okay, so you work on your shoulders and the stretch. Go ahead. Yeah. And a lot of women talk to me about, the back of the arms, especially as we get older. They're like, well, how do you get your arms tight? So I'm going to do some tricep work, right? And so you take this simple stretch band, and you actually take the arm back, working the back of the arm, the tricep. Have you done that one before, too?
I have, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Right. So you want, okay, while we're doing this, right? Mm-hmm. I love what you're doing. Can you give some positive affirmations based on what you said? You are more than enough. Yeah. You are valuable. You are worthy. Come on. You have any positive affirmations to tell somebody out there?
Yes, I have a lot of positive affirmations. I just suggest, first of all, I want to tell people to look in the mirror and say 5 positive things. Okay. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am more than enough.
Come on in.
I am a conqueror.
Yes.
I am a child of God.
Wow. And you know what I love about what we just did? Come on, you can look in the mirror with your stretch band or with your weights or your dumbbells or whatever it is. Put a mirror in front of you and say you are more than enough. Come on, put it behind your back.
Yeah. You can do a lot with these bands.
Exactly. You can do a lot. You can work your legs, every muscle in your body. You can work with a simple stretch band. But I love what you said. I am more than enough. Wow. Miss Chanel Dickerson, thank you so much for being a true VIP in the DMV. I mean, you've actually worked in Washington, D.C. for 30 years? You're in Prince George's County. What about the V? You going to do something in Virginia too?
No, probably not.
But you're still a VIP in the DMV. So thank you so much for all your years of service. I thank you from the depths of my heart for serving the community. Thank you for letting everybody know their value, and I look forward to your upcoming initiatives. Please let me know. I want to be there, okay?
Oh, I definitely want you to sign up for my volunteer corps, so stay tuned.
Oh, which course is that?
No, a volunteer corps. We are...
A volunteer corps?
Yes, we want a volunteer corps. We're going to start the volunteer corps in Prince George's County because a lot of residents want to volunteer with the Office of Community Relations, so stay tuned.
Oh, you heard that first here on VIP in the DMV. And remember, you are valuable. You have a unique identity. And just like Ms. Dickerson said, God have a special purpose just for you. VIP in the DMV, value, identity, and purpose. Say it with me.
VIP in the DMV, value, identity, and purpose.
One more time, come on. VIP in the DMV, value, identity, and purpose. God bless you. Wow. Whoa. Woo. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they do, when you know that God has a plan for you. My worth is in Him, I am more than enough. Owning my VIP, free to be the best me. VIP in the DMV.